And now I call Mr. Mufaris Umar, who is the head of the Department of IT and Computing in Insight Technology campus. Um, he has a BSc honors in computer science and is currently reading MSc in Information Technology. And he is a bit lecturer. And I invite Mr. Mufaris Umar to continue this program.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Zaid. So, hope you all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Welcome, everyone. So let's start this. Before we start, I would like to start with a question. So if you can send your answers to the chat. I hope Zaid chat is enabled, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now so you all maybe you all have already decided to do a degree in IT, either maybe it's a BIT or any other IT degree, right? That's why you are here. So why do you want to do a degree in IT? So just send me short answers, right? So why do you have decided, or maybe why do you are researching on this, right? If you are not decided yet, so then why do you are researching? So just send me some, maybe you should have some reason for this, no? So I would like to start with your feedback. If you want, you can talk. You can switch on the mic and you can talk. Otherwise, yeah, you can send to the chat box. Yeah, I received one response saying university recommendations. I guess like it's because the university is recommended. Okay. So my question is like, so why do you want to do a degree in IT? It can be BIT or anything, from any university, right? From any private university. So it combines all departments. Yeah. So yeah, it's used in all areas. That's what you mean, right? So that's true. So that's why you want to do IT, right? Okay, good answer, right? Any other answers? You should be at least, right, should have some answer, right? Without that, you can't enter to the IT field, right? Just because everyone is going, I'm also going to go. That's not a good start, right? So I have given some, points in this my first slide. So just go through that. Maybe this will help you to get some idea why do I want to why do I want to go to this field? I'm interested in the field of IT. Okay. So you are interested, so you want to go to that field. Okay, good. I'm interested in IT field already, and I also nowadays most of subjects are interconnected with IT. So okay, to ease our future life through IoT, maybe IT. Yeah. So you can earn more. That's what you mean, right? You can earn more, right? So yeah. So through IT, you're saying you can earn more. That means you're saying like so the pay is high in the IT industry. So that's why you want to go to the IT industry. Career growth. So there's a growth in the career. You can start as a junior software engineer. Maybe then you can move right on the ladder. Yes, there's a growth. So right now we have like different exports, right? In Sri Lanka, we have tea, coconut, rubber, right? So which contributes to the GDP, right? So those are the leading export. But now IT or the ICT sector, right? In general, we say ICT sector, including the IT and the other communication sectors. So it contributes around 4% to the national GDP, right? And it's growing every year. It's growing. So now around 125,000 employees. So maybe plus 125,000, right? Plus ICT professionals are in Sri Lanka now, according to 2024 survey, working in Sri Lanka only, right? So they have not considered the Sri Lankans who are working abroad, like overseas. So this is only alone in Sri Lanka. They say it's around 125,000 plus ICT professionals, including the ICT lecturers, teachers, right? So the new government, they have made initiatives right now. They have made a AI team, right? Only for artificial intelligence, right? Then there is a allocations, and government is aiming to export ICT to 5 billion, right? $5 billion. So all this says a story, right, to us. That is, this industry is growing every day. It's a fast growing industry. So we have IT software services, then the BPO is there, data analytics, AI, cybersecurity. So it's a very huge area, right? As some of you said, so that's why you guys want to jump into, you want to start this degree in IT field, right? And when you look at the demand, right? Demand for the IT graduates is very high, especially for the software engineers and DevOps and the QA automation engineers and the data science, cloud, cybersecurity, AI, and the machine learning people. So there is a very high demand for these kind of graduates. But according to a survey, current supply is around 10,000, right? According to a survey, it says only the state universities and the private universities, they supply around 10,000 IT graduates annually. So now, but the entry level mean the data entry, graphic designers, like the basic entry level market is saturated. It's very difficult for you to now enter to the basic level markets. Entry level with diploma, even with high national diplomas, the market is saturated. Already there are people, right? So it's difficult to find even a internship now. So that's the real true story. So all this says us, right, to start your IT career, you should have a IT degree. There's no way you can jump into the field because the entry level market is already saturated, right? So now if you look at the survey done by the Economy Nest, this one actually by the FITIS. FITIS is the Federation of Information and Communication Technology Industry. So this is actually the federation of the IT companies, to make it simple, right? So they did a survey and it's published on the Economy Next, and they said there's a demand for 50,000 graduates per year, but the industry is supplying only, the universities are supplying only 10,000 graduates, right? I don't know maybe how much how far this is true, but this is actually a survey. Maybe it's close, right? And this done by like 2 years back. Okay, so right, okay, so what I want to point out here by giving you the statistics. So there is high demand for the qualified, well qualified, skill and well qualified, right, IT professionals, even in Sri Lanka and even in outside overseas, right? Okay, so now let's go to the let's see the bit, right? But okay. You know, this BIT is a 3-year bachelor's degree program. There are 4 years honors programs in some universities, and even state universities, they provide 3-year bachelor's and the 4 years degrees as well. So if it is 4 years, we say it's a 4-year degree program. We say it's a honors degree, right? Computer science honors. So 3-year degrees, it's again, some universities, they provide 3-year degrees, right? So the BIT is a 3-year degree program. It's awarded by the University of Colombo. I don't need to explain the University of Colombo, no. So, and it's administered by the department. No, they say it's a school, University School of Computing. You might know UCSC, right? So this started in 2000, right? And this is actually an industry relevant degree program, meaning that the syllabus is very much relevant to the industry, not like the other, most of the other state university degree programs. Often you might have heard that there is often the question raised on the state university degree programs, and you know the quality of the graduates they produce. But the syllabus, I will go through that later, I mean within another 2-3 minutes, right? The syllabus is very much relevant to the industry. Okay, so we say it's industry relevant syllabus. Now, before we move into the detailed syllabus, I would like to remind you, if you have any questions or any doubts, you can you can disturb me anytime, right? You can send your queries to the WhatsApp, sorry, to the chat box, or maybe you can talk, right? So, UCSC is a widely recognized institute in Sri Lanka for computing and IT education. There's no question, no argument on that, right? So it's ranked first. UCSC ranked first among the state public sector institute. That means the government universities and the other government institutes, right? So /com is again okay. So /com is actually it's a again another body. This is actually representing the IT industry. So they did an employability skills survey in 2024. So according to that, it says, right, the UCSC ranked first among the public sector institutes for graduate hiring in Sri Lanka. You know, when they hire the graduates after completing the degree from the public university, public sector, the government universities, right? The Colombo UCSC, right, graduates, they rank first. So okay, I'll go through this one. This is the report. This is a part of the report. So you can see, if you look at this one, right? So this is UCSC, the first one. Then second one is the Moratuwa, right? The Moratuwa. So if you compare others, right? So the UCSC and the Moratuwa is still they are competing, right? Each other, right? So BIT is awarded by the UCSC, so you can assume their industry demand, right? So graduates from UCSC as well as the Moratuwa IT, so they have a high demand, right? High demand in the industry. If you know, like, you can just talk to the people who are working in industry. So whenever there's a UCSC graduate, they, even before they complete the degree, they get calls, right? It's like, because of their skills, because of their, like, proven track record, you know by their seniors, right? So they have a high demand. There's no argument on that. UCSC and Moratuwa are ranked first, right? They are in the top rank in Sri Lankan universities when you compare the public government universities. You can see other universities like Peradeniya, Ruhunu, Javaradhanapura, all very, very, very low, right? These graduates, they hired, I mean, they have the high chance of getting jobs, simply to make it simple, right? Okay. So your degree, the BIT degree, is actually awarded. It's by the UCSC. So it's managed by the UCSC and awarded by the University of Colombo. So now you can assume the uh, the quality of your BIT program, right? So the BIT program is designed to produce high qualified IT professionals through an external mode, right? So this is not an internal program. You might know that, right? Just to, remind that this is an external program. So this is an external program. So, you don't need to go to the university, right? So you don't need to face ragging or anything like that. So you have a freedom to, whenever you have time, you can join the lectures and you can study according to your convenience. Okay. So this actually give a chance if you have not selected for the university, maybe your result score is not enough to, enter to the university, right? For a public university, or if you are like let's say if you are working in IT industry already but you don't have a degree, so you want to get a degree, then this is very much suitable for you also. Or maybe you are a teacher, you are working in school, but you want to switch your career to another IT because everyone is in IT and you are interested in IT, but you don't have a degree. So you think like, I want to switch from teaching to IT, then this is a good option. While you are working, you can follow your degree. And also the fourth one, right? So the students who wants to start a degree soon after the O level. So there's a high trend, right? There's a high trend nowadays. Like, so students, they want to jump from O level to degrees, right? Yeah, Rahman, you have any questions? Yes, you can ask Rahman if you have a question. Okay, so I will tell you how to, if you want to start after O level, I will tell you it's not just, you can't directly go to the bit. Okay, so when you look at the entry qualification for this is very important, right? So for BIT degree, right? When you look at this one, if you should have at least three passes, like 3 A's in your A levels. In your A levels, you should have 3 S's. But if you have done the A level before 2000, then it's say 4 S's. Anyway, I guess most of you are like after 2000, right? So otherwise, if you don't have this qualification, let's say you have 1S, 2S, right? Or maybe all you're not qualified at all. No worries, right? You can do the foundation course offered by the UCSC, right? This is the foundation course offered by the UCSC. After successfully completing the foundation, you can enroll to the BIT. You can enroll to the BIT program. Okay. So now you have to remember if anyone is like planning to go this path from O level to the BIT, now already the FIT exams are scheduled and it's already like almost the exams are completing, right? But we do conduct classes for FIT also. Our program will be like a maximum of 6 months, right? So our next batch we will be starting around August, right? So you can actually you can participate our coaching classes and you can sit for the 2026 from February. They will start normally February, March. They will conduct FIT exams, so you can sit for the FIT exams on during next year, right? They will have a couple of exams, right? Like 3-4 exams during 2026. So after completing the fit successfully, only you can enter to the bid program, not in this year, next year, right? So you have to be, you should remember this. If you are, if you are not, if you don't have 3 years, or like if you are directly trying to apply from O level, right? In both cases, either you have 3 years, or if you have passed the fit, but your O level result should be minimum three passes with 3 credits, including maths and English. You should have a credit in mathematics, credit for mathematics, and a credit for English, right? This is a mandatory thing, right? So you should have 3 passes with 3 credits, right? And 2 from maths and English. If you don't have this O-level qualification, you can't, or you won't be able to apply to the bid, right? So there are other options, like if you have done SLE8 programs or NVQ5, but if you are if you are like from that, I mean, if anyone is like from FIT or like, sorry, NVQ, you can talk to us later. So we can discuss that. Okay, so now I'm going to, okay, before I'm going to the next slide, okay, I don't know whether you can read this. So when you look at the important skills, right, expected from the employers, right, when they employ or when they hire the new graduates, right, you can see the different skills they are expecting, like, mostly the teamwork, because we're going to work with teams, right, with different teams. Then the problem solving and analytical skills, right? Communication, right? Writing, presenting skills, and, ability to research and, acquire new knowledge, right? Because IT is growing fast. You should be able to, you can't, every time you can't go to ChatGPT and you can't, copy and paste. No, you should be able to learn new things fast, quickly. To survive in the industry, you should have that skill, right? So like that, you can go through decision making skills, conceptual, theoretical. So these are the main skills according to the employability skills survey, as I showed you earlier, right? So they have given, like it's mostly teamwork, analytical skills, 59%, 50%. So these are the skills that are expected from an new graduates. Like, let's say once you complete the BIT degree, so when you enter the industry, they expect these kind of different skills, right? You can see theoretical and conceptual knowledge is very, very low, right? When you compare with the teamwork, analysis, analytical skills and the communication skills, this one is very, very, very low, right? So why do I want to say this one? Why do I want to bring this slide here? Because, okay, when you look at the overall BIT syllabus, right? When you look at the overall BIT syllabus, you can actually summarize like this. So there are conceptual theory subjects, I would say. There are theoretical subjects like software engineering, system analysis and designing, like there are purely theory subjects. And the technology related subjects are also there, like programming, right? Database, SQL, right? And the computer networks, like the technological subjects. And analytical and, analytical, you say, analytical subject like mathematics, right? So mathematics, you have different mathematics, discrete mathematics, and you have the algebra. So there are different kind of maths and linear algebra, right? Statistics. So mathematics things also there. Then the management related subjects also you have to learn under the BIT, like fundamentals of management, project management for IT. Like that, you have the management subject. Then e-business and in entrepreneurship, like the business related subject. So if you look at the BIT, the big picture is this. So when you look at the whole BIT syllabus, right, I would say, okay, you can like summarize into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 main areas. So now you compare these 5 main areas with the skills that are expected by the employers. Almost all the skills are coming right under these areas. Okay, so now when you look at the subjects, right? So Yes, well. Okay. Now, normally you have in BIT, right? It's 3-year course now. So you have IT subjects and there's enhancement subject, right? I will show you. So you have IT related subject and there's enhancement, or we say EN subjects, right? You have to pass both subjects, right? So some are, we say, credit subjects, and you will have exams in both, but this enhancement is mandatory. You should pass. If you don't pass the enhancement, you can't go to the next year, right? I will tell you. Okay, so these are the main category. You have IT subject and the enhancement subject. Now, okay, if I go through the level 1, now in BIT they have named it as level 1, 2 and 3, the first year, second year and the third year. Okay, so first year, so you have 1, 2, 3, like mathematics, information system, computer system, force, and okay, up to this. So this is your semi 1. Then this is the semester 2. So you have 2 semesters in 1 year. So each semester will go around I would say like 5 months maximum, right? But university has actually, according to their calendar, they have allocated only 15 weeks. 15 weeks is like how many months? 4 months. So it's like so in okay, but we do like 5 months, right, for one semester, right, to cover the syllabus. Then the again all the semesters will be go on like that. So if you look at the first right, first semester, now you don't have, now it's not EN subject, so it's a IT subject. Earlier mathematics was an EN subject, right? That means you should pass the first year maths, then only you can go to the second year. Now it's not there. They have actually made the maths easy so that everyone can, to answer, everyone can pass maths. That's what the UCSC expect. Otherwise, they can't move to the next year. They have to repeat the mathematics in the second year, right? Only the maths. If you fail the maths, only you have to repeat the maths. But now what from last year, they made the syllabus easy, right? So now mostly you can easily pass the maths. There won't be any issue, right? So this is the syllabus. Don't worry about the credits and GPAs now, right? So simply you should understand there is 2 semesters, right? You have to, and the second semester you can see the mandatory subject, EN subjects, communication skills is there. It's basically English. So because they expect the English, you should have a good fluent English language and English conversational skills, right? So that's why they have made this EN as this subject as EN. That means, right, you have to pass. Now let's say, for example, in the second semester, let's say in software engineering, let's say you got D pass. D pass mean so you have to repeat the subject, right? So if you to pass any subject, you should get at least C, right? So I will show you the marks later. Right now, at least the C is the last. Then you will get C minus is there, right? D plus, D minus, all are there. But if anything below C is considered like you have to repeat that subject. And if you say if you got a D for software engineering, that means you have to repeat only the software engineering in the next year. But you can go to the second year and you can study the second year subject, as meantime you can repeat the software engineering subject. But EN subject is not like that. If you only you have one EN subject in the first year, here you must pass this subject, English communication skills. Otherwise, you can't go to the second year. That's the only challenge you have. But you can, because most of, I mean, last year also from our students, 100%, everyone they go through the first year. So you can do that. The only difference is if you let's say if you don't pass this, if you fail this subject, you can't go to the second year, right? But luckily you have only one EN subject in the second semester, so don't worry about that. But first semester there's no EN subject from last year, right? So they have changed that. Okay, when you go to the second year, right? Again, there are EN subjects. You can see the communication skills they have again it's an EN subject. Second year, others all are credit subjects. So now you can just read the sub. I don't know, maybe you are familiar, maybe you are not familiar, but this has very lengthy, very very huge knowledge base. So if you take object-oriented analysis and designing, data structures and algorithm, you are learning these things in the second year. Just after completing your first year, you are jumping into data structures and algorithm, web application development, user experience, UI, UX designing, enterprise application, EAD, right? The very important subject when you want to develop systems, right? So just in the second year, so you're getting a very huge amount of knowledge, right? I don't know if you are familiar, or you can ask anyone who is familiar in this syllabus, so they would say. So when you go to the third year, I want to point out only one thing, that is you have to have you should do a live software project, right? So this is actually you have to work with a registered company, right? Then you have to present, there will be a viva, so you have to pass that. That's the only challenging subject. Others are you can easily once you finish first and second year, you will get some skills, right? You can see that. So using that easily, you can go through the third year. There won't be any issues, but entering and completing the first semester is really a challenge, but that's easily with our coaching, with the expertise of our staff. So we make sure everyone move to the second year, right? So that's all about the syllabus. I got a question on this. Can I continue higher education after BIT? Yes. Now there are a couple of our lecturers. We have 3 lecturers, to be frank. They did BIT, they completed. Now all of them are continuing AI. There's a master's course, Master in AI at Master in AI at Moratua. So all of them are continuing Master in AI from Moratua. So you can do masters, you can continue higher studies, right? And now we are a registered institute under the UCSC, right? So UCSC, they have just they did a what do you call we applied for the university, applied to the UCSC, right, to qualify as a registered institute to conduct BIT programs. So they approved that, right? They visited our campus, so they analyzed, they check our facilities, and they were satisfied, and they have approved our center, or the campus as a approved center to conduct BIT program, right? So now I hope the UCSC is planning to introduce a BI master's course for students who are completing BIT alone. So it will be a master's, so they're going to make your 3-year degree to a 4-year by doing that master's, but still they have not introduced that. Yes, even Colombo University, they will accept, because, as I said, the Moratua, if they are accepting the BIT, right? Because this is actually, this is from the UGC approved, right? This degree is a UGC, this has UGC approval, so there won't be any issue. I don't think so. Yes, Fauzan, you have a question?
Yes, Assalamu alaikum.
So,
I have registered in Colombo University for BIT. Then I arrived to enroll Saudi Arabia.
okay.
Before I register as a local student,
Okay.
shall I make this exam, or shall I take this time?
But you are not continuing, right, in the university now?
No. Just I registered before 10 days.
Uh, Ahmad, can you answer? I don't think, I think you can continue because it's an external program. There are students
Yeah.
with us also. They are continuing degree. One student is from Peradeniya, one is from Colombo. So they are continuing the another degree, right, while in the state university. So they are doing the BIT also. So I think it won't be a problem as far as I know.
Okay. I
Yeah.
have A level 1A and 3S and GC O level also medicine English grade C.
Yeah, then
What
you can
about
apply.
this? Yeah, no issue for I'm in abroad now.
So I
Did
have
you
to, yeah, Ahmad.
complete the interview by UCSC?
Not yet, not yet, not yet. Just only register.
Okay. So I think you have to better to write an email to Colombo University School of Computing and saying your status. If you are in abroad, uh, so they may have arranged some online interview. I think you have to send your documents first, and they will schedule an interview with you, and they'll complete. After that, you can join the program.
Yes.
Okay, so no,
Okay.
thank you for that question. So now we will come to the exam format. Now, when you look at the exams, right? So now okay. So when you look at the first year exam, first year is simply MCQs for both semesters. All are MCQs. Like IT subjects, like 2 hour MCQ, and non-IT like EN subject. I think in the first semester there's no EN. Only in the second semester you have EN. So it's 1 hour MCQ. Simply all MCQs. So you can easily do even if you are not very good at English writing. But I'm not saying that, I mean, I'm not encouraging. If your English knowledge or English level is, I mean, you know that your knowledge level. If you think that is not enough, you should take some steps to make it fluent, right? That's up to your that's your job. But when you come to the anyway, you have the communication skill subject in both semesters, so you're going to learn lot of English, right? So we will be conducting lectures also mostly in English, but maybe the communications you can use Tamil or Sinhala when you want to talk, right? When you want to ask questions, that won't be a problem, right? So now, second year, you have like MCQ paper and a structure where you have something where it's, right? Structure like in A level, you have a small piece to write, right? Again, it's a 2 hour paper. So when you go to the third year, right? So you have the essay and the MCQ. Now, when you come to the third year, so you have learned a lot of English throughout 2 years. So simply you would be able to write these, exam papers on English. So don't worry about that. So this is the basic structure, but exams are very standard. So you have to work hard on these exams to be frank, right? If you look at the exams, right, you know, so MCQs, they have multiple answers for one question. If you take, there can be like multiple answers, not like the A level even, right? So even A level we have only one answer, but here, so from some questions it can be answer number 2 or 3, right? So this is very interesting. So you have to learn this thoroughly, right? Okay, there's a question. Shall we want to do an entrance exam to enter the BIT degree? There's no entrance exam for this program because it's an external degree, but you have to apply. Now already the applications are called, so you have to apply, and UCSC will call for an interview. So you have to go to that interview. If you go through that interview, you can just follow the classes at inside campus Mavanalla, right? And then you can do the exam. That's it. Okay. Yeah, we will have online also, and both we have both online and the physical classes, right? Your depends on your convenient, you can attend. Okay, then when you look at this, I know the grading system, the pass marks is only 40 marks, right? That's the C. So if you can score 40, then you are done. That's all. Anything below C, then as I said earlier, you have to repeat that subject. If it is a IT subject, if it is a EN subject, uh, you have to get 40 marks. If not, you have to repeat that. But you have only one EN in the first year, then one in the second, if I remember well. Okay. Now if you think like okay, I don't want to like mostly okay, you are doing the first year, now you are thinking, okay, I want to quit, I want to stop after first year, right? Or like you have some other plans, then if you have successfully completed the first year, right, that means you have passed all the EN subject, enhancement subject, and you have like minimum C grade in all the IT GPA subject, then the University of Colombo will issue the diploma in IT certificate, so you can participate their convocation, right? So they will issue that during the convocation. Okay. After completing the second year, you will get the HND in IT, High National Diploma in IT. But you have to satisfy this. You have to pass all the IT subject, and you have to get at least C, right? This should be fulfilled, right? So once you complete the all the 3 years, you will have anyway first class, second upper, like as usually what you see in other state universities. There's no different, right? So you can if you have qualified, if you have the GPA up to 3.7, then you can get a first class, right? If not, you will get a second upper or lower. Okay. So there are some questions. I will come to your questions later. Give me like 3 minutes. Now, okay. Now, once you register to this UCSC, so you will get a virtual learning environment, right? So with all the facilities, even some students, they try to learn without following classes, but I would recommend, like yes, you can use VLE, but when you look at the modern past papers, like after 2020, right? Before 2020, there were like students, they complete all 3 years without going to any coaching centers, any lectures, any classes. But the after 2020, the syllabus and the papers are not very much aligned. I mean, there are some questions coming directly from the notes, but there are questions you have to practice, right? You have to practice. So I would recommend it's to attend any coaching classes, right? To get a pass to complete this degree. So let me quickly show you the VLE. I have the VLE. Give me a minute. Now this is the VLE. Hope you all can you all see the VLE? Yes, so this is the, I mean, since we are a registered institute, so you can see the VLE is in our name. This shows you we are a registered institute under the UCSC. Otherwise, you won't get under your name the VLU, because VLU they issued only for the students. So, and if you are in semester 1, you will see only the semester 1 syllabus here, whatever the subjects, right? So now, since we are an institute, so we can see all subjects. Now, if you go to one subject, let's say computer systems, for example, so here you can find relevant student notes, right? There are notes are here. Then the practice quizzes also there, right? Past papers also you can find, but only thing, there is no past paper discussions. You can find the past paper answers, right? So I can show you a past paper here. This is a past paper. You can see this is a past paper, right? So but you don't find past paper answers for the past paper questions or the discussions. That's a very important. So when you follow a competitive exam like this, right? So you have to prepare yourself based on the past paper. But that is not there in the VLE, right? But this is still, it's a very useful resource. So you can use this also, right? You will get once you register to the university without any payment. Okay, so finally, okay, now I hope you have a good idea, right, about the BIT program. So before I go to this slide, so I have a question says, sir, can I register for BIT at UCSC while already registered at another government university? Uh, Mr. Hamad, I think yes, no, we last year also there were students that they registered. I guess you can, because it's an external degree, so you can register, right? So just
Yes.
apply, and they will call for an interview. Go to the interview, and if anything, they will let you know. Don't worry.
Yes, they can register. This is external program.
Okay. And there's another question from someone. I missed that question. Asking whether can I specialize? Okay, can I switch to the networking path in the third year? Unfortunately, no. Because you can switch to the network path once you completed the degree, right? You can start the masters in cybersecurity or networking. There's no, normally now it goes with like cybersecurity or uh, what do you call cloud, right? So yeah, you can select your master's program in networking if you are very much interested in that one. But in BIT, there's no specialization. It's kind of a general 3 years. You have to learn all the subjects, right? So there's no specialization. Is that clear? And okay, now finally, to succeed this program, right? You have to plan yourself well, right? And you have to work hard, right? Uh, you have to assess your weakness and strength, and accordingly you have to make a plan. Like for example, as I said, if your English skills are not good, don't worry, right? I'm not saying you can't do, you can do, but right, you have to improve, you have to make some arrangement to improve English language, for example, right, and like that. If your math skills are very poor, no issues, you can follow our math coachings, right? So we have a very good math lecturer. So if that is not enough, you can take some extra effort, and you can that's up to you. You have to decide which area I should improve, right? But this course, I would say, you have to work to gain the degrees. It's not for people who are sitting, and you can't just sitting and watch, you can't get the degree here. So if you are jumping into the BIT, right, you have to decide that, so you are jumping to the ocean. Right, now there's a couple of quick questions. Usually we encounter these questions like, let me just go through this before, it's already 9:15. So I have not done O-level or A-level ICT. Will this affect? Maybe, right, yes. Now it's like this. If you have not done any ICT before, right? If you are new to ICT, there won't be any problem, right? You can start. There's no restriction. You can start the BIT. You can start the first semester, right? Only advantage, if you have an A-level or ICT, O-level ICT. O-level is not much. A-level, if you are very good at A-level. What I'm saying is, if you did A-level and you have a C pass or S pass, I don't think it won't help to a certain level. It will help to a certain level. Or if you have an A pass in O-level, or like B plus something in A-level, this will really help you only up to semester 1. Right, so A-level, O-level will help you only for the semester 1, because most of the semester 1 syllabus goes very close with A-level syllabus, right? So if you don't have an ICT knowledge, only difference is you have to work little more. That's all. But when you come to the second semester, everyone will be same. There's no advantage. So everyone will be same. So you are done. So don't worry about that if you have not done O-level or A-level ICT, but it's better, right? It's better, if you have O-level A-level ICT, it's good, but it's not, I mean, it will help you only during semester 1. Can I enter the master's? I have applied to Colombo, so that's I answered, right? Yes, you can enter to the master's program. I have you have to check with some international universities. If they are asking for the 4-year degree program, then you have to do a bridging program to apply for 4-year degree. Some university they accept the 3 years, then you can apply. But there's a difference, right? Right, then I'm weak in English, yes. So still don't worry, right? We do conduct all the lectures in English, so you have to improve. While you are following the course at our Insight campus, so you're going to get more English knowledge, more exposure to the language. So you're going to improve your language. So that's one advantage. And meantime, as I said earlier, you have to take some steps to improve your language. English language is very important, but first semester is purely MCQ. So you can manage, right? But I'm not advising you, because when you are going to an industry where the English is the king, right? The people are communicating on English language with various teams in US, UK, Australia, or German. So, right, mostly Indian. So they are communicating mostly in English, right? So you have to have your language skills to a top level. So don't worry, you are going to spend 3 years in the degree program. So you have 3 years time. You can improve yourself, right? That's why they're asking the credit pass in the English. Okay. And if anyone completed their diploma in ICT in private campus, can they start from that level? No, they can't. They can't, right? I have applied to Colombo University and received that PDF. Then I have to return it after the signature. Ahmad sir, can you answer? I don't have an idea about this.
Yeah.
It says I have applied to Colombo University and I received that PDF. Then I have to return it after signature.
What kind of PDF? Could you please send me that? I have shared my number. So
Yeah, you
Mr.
can
Paul-
talk to Mr. Hamad, no, privately.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So are there lectures for every subject at the university, or is self-study important? No, we at the Insight campus, we are conducting lectures for all subjects, right? So if you take first year, I will show you the subject quickly. So you have only per semester, you have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subjects, right? So mathematics, information systems, computer system, FOSS, and the programming. Yeah, we do conduct lectures for all the subjects. So there's no worries, right? Only thing you have to study, you have to put your own effort. That we can't give that one. That you have to do from your side. Right. Okay, and the mathematics thing, right? So now the question always comes, I'm weak in maths, right? What should I do? Again, the same answer. Now, maths is also very important when you come to the IT industry, right? So analytical and, critical thinking skills, it's basically, they say mathematics, like, it gives you the analytical and critical thinking, logical thinking skills. So, and in future, if you are moving to a data science, like IT oriented sites, like mathematics, heavily maths sites. So it's better you have good maths, right? But now it was BIT had a very tough maths earlier, but from last year, luckily, so they have reduced it was 9 units. They had 9 units, if I remember correctly. Now they have reduced to 6 units, right? So this was 45 hour subject. Now it's like only 30 hours. So it's easy, you can pass. As I said earlier, if you are very poor, right, maths, right, I know, but since you should have seen maths now, so there won't be any problem. But only thing is you have to put some effort to follow the maths when you compare with others. If there is a student who got A in O level maths, then okay, the maths here will be easy. But this is not O level maths, right? It's in between, like I would say between O level and A level, but it's not very easy maths, but it's not like very tough also. Okay. If some are telling that if we register to UCSC, it took time to complete the degree more than 3 years. Is it true? Now, as far as I know, right, normally this university, UCSC, is very tough with their academic calendar, right? Even during the, even if there is any university strikes happens, they do conduct the BIT exams, right? So last 3 4 years, right, after Corona, during the Corona, actually there was a problem. No, it's a countrywide issue, right? So after Corona, they were like very much onto the what do you call, academic calendar. So I don't see that. Maybe during the Corona, right? But the thing is, you have to complete the project. You have to pass the project. There's a viva, you have to present and you have to pass the project. If not, then you have to repeat. So maybe, right, if you are not like, as I said earlier, if you have some subject like you have a D pass, then you have to repeat that subject again. So in that case, it will take more time to get the graduation, right? To get this graduate certificate. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for your